The Fresno State Bulldogs taking on a team from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Fresno State will kick it off and we will be underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Kansas offense will start this game off. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him. And if he's going to continue to be the focus. Offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access. Because they're
sends it downfield. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Touchdown, Kansas. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Bulldogs offense will get the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Looking for a man. It's Higgins. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Fresno State will have to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes the catch at the 35. He gets a block. The solid return there off. Some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. He's good. Breaks into the open. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide.
Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk! Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions. He just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Back to pass, it's Higgins. And the missed connection on third down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Oh, they're after him. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Intercepted to stop the threat. He stopped at the 19. And a big play there to get the pick and take it back inside the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Fresno State will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Scanning the field, it's Cooper. Gets it out fast. Finds a crease at the 20. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it on the move. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! The offense cashing it in on that drive. step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Kansas, 21. Fresno State, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Pocket breaking down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working.
Turning it on! They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Higgins. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Fresno State will have to punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Going right to work up top, using his legs to buy some time. It'll be incomplete, tried to extend the play but just couldn't find anybody open. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Get it out to the supersonic guy.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Punt is on its way. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. The give on the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. To the air, it's Higgins. Here comes the heat. He's got the back in the middle. There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. Rush coming in hot, and they've got him at the 29. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. We've reached a break, and Kansas has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. It's complete to the left. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Trying the left side. He did not make it. A stone wall on third down. Fresno State will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the returner goes down. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Going to try to get it himself. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw, it's Cooper. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Scrambling away. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wished.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Fresno State right back to the line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll pull it on the read. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Thought he had it and couldn't get it. Right, he missed it. The missed field goal still down by 21 points, guys. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and that's tough, man. Golly, you got him wide open. And that cat can roll. You're not talking about, a guy that's an average runner on the outside. You got to give him a little bit of a chance to run underneath that, put a little more air underneath it, but he just overshoots the runway.
Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Higgins. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
They kick it away on 4th down. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds. As long as it passes the line of scrimmage, we go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Complete to start this drive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. These corners going to give them some space. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Higgins. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Fresno State will have to punt. team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback, but two, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
This time he's got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Jayhawks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kansas!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and more. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Back to throw, it's Higgins. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grabs it in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third down, he drops to throw. He wants to take the top off. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Fresno State will have to punt it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Setting up the screen. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. And the Jayhawks want to move quickly. Now adjusting. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on.
Ineligible CC, downfield, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll try the outside to the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Blade. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence.
The Jayhawks will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Under fire. Fires downfield. He's got it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Takes a hit as he fired. Wide open downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Wants to throw it. He makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Look, you... quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. The give to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, they'll try the middle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On third and long, no secret what he needs here.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
Kansas, 35. Fresno State, 3.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to pass. It's Blade. Rushes on him. Looking for a deep man. He's got it at the 30. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it first and 10 inside the 30. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And he made the read off the RPO, and he decided to take off, run the football. But, man, you got to take care of that thing. Fumbles the football. The defense gets the ball back.
They go to the ground. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Here's a heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The kick is on its way. Here's the return. Couldn't get away. That cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Looking downfield, it's Higgins. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Fresno State will have to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Making side adjustments here. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end now in motion. Looking for room. It's Kendricks. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to get outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Jayhawks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, running back on the move. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mark Jayhawk. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Maryland. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Right back to the well. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with it. Possession. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He gets it so good. 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Wants to fire on second down. Got his man. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? From the gun. Give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Fresno State moving it quickly down the field.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Works the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the 1st down mark.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd, and it's caught for a down. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.